We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
It was one of the biggest accomplishments in U.S. history. Powered by one of the most advanced rockets of its time, Saturn V.
That's one small step for man.
The Apollo 11 moon landing.
Apollo 11, Houston to arrival.
A mission that would never have been possible had it not been for a team of highly skilled Americans. So lunches were a little better than the food truck here?
Oh, we had a wonderful cafeteria.
Americans like Donald Brinka. Don is what you call a rocket testing engineer. From 1958 to 1970, Don worked at the Douglas Aircraft Company, right here in Rancho Cordova.
It's about 110 feet on the inside.
Don and about 50 other people played a crucial role in testing the electrical and mechanical functions of the Saturn V rocket, the same rocket that took us to the moon.
We have no room for doubt, no room for failure.
48 years ago, the Rancho Cordova testing facility was a top-secret, sophisticated rocket hangar. Today, it's used as a welding shop for a building contractor.
There was a whole series of cables that connected the missile to a computer system.
Since security is not as tight as it used to be in the 60s, Don and about a dozen other former co-workers are visiting the former rocket hangar to reminisce on some old memories. Where are we right now?
We're in the vertical assembly bay. This is a vertical building that we housed the missile in after we static fired it.
The Saturn V rocket was made up of 3 parts. Don and his team were testing the third and final rocket stage. It was the one that pushed astronauts from Earth's orbit to the moon's orbit.
So I gotta ask you, did you ever write your name on anything or so it went to the moon?
Oh, on the inside of some of them, yes.
you wrote your name and stuff?
Yeah.
It was no easy task getting the third stage section of the Saturn V rocket to Rancho Cordova. First, it was built in Los Angeles. Then, a specially designed jet flew the rocket to Mather Airport. From there, it was trucked to the testing facility. And it was then that a team of mechanics took over.
And they'd stand it up in here, and then all the modifications that the engineering wanted to do is what we did here.
This is Jerry Paulson. He worked under Don Brinka and did a lot of the wrenching on the missile.
I like to tell people this, that the size of the computer that's in this cell phone right here would have run the whole computer that we used to test fire this thing.
Jerry worked on all 13 Saturn V rockets that were sent to space, and at the time, it was the pinnacle of his career.
I was here from 1964 to 1969, and yeah, it's an emotional thing for me to be here now, because I've lost so many of the people that I worked with here.
Time has changed the old Douglas Aircraft Company rocket hangar. And time has also changed the way many former employees feel about the space program.
You know, when you're immersed in the middle of the subject, you don't recognize the scope of it. It's only later that you realize that was really a big issue.
The last Saturn V rocket launched into space in 1972. To date, it's still the most powerful rocket to leave Earth's orbit. But that'll change in 2019 when NASA launches their new SLS mega rocket. But the work at Rancho Cordova will not be forgotten.
We were the first ones to do it, so.
You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Don, Jerry, and all the other former NASA workers have laid the foundation for the next space race, the mission to Mars. So how many people were working in here at one time? Hey, thanks for watching, and watch more videos just like this. Also, write in the comments where I should be checking out next.